Hello students, how are you all? Welcome back to our online classes from LPM Public School situated at Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. This is your science teacher Nancy Pandey. So my dear students, today I am here again with a remaining explanation of your chapter number 11, that is light, sound, and force. So, students, in this chapter, you studied about the topic understanding light and shadow. The next topic of this chapter was understanding sound that we learned in our previous video. So, our next topic is understanding force. So, before this starting new topic, let's have a quick overview on our previous topic, that is understanding sound. So, students, sound refers to anything that can be heard, whether by speaking or talking, striking a note on a guitar, by dropping a stone in water, or our tongue also help us to make sound. Students, sound help us to communicate. Sounds are produced when something vibrates or shakes. We hear sounds of all kind with the help of our ears. Sounds are soft and hard. So we like to hear pleasant and soft sounds, and the example of pleasant sounds is music. We do not like to hear loud and unpleasant sound. The example of unpleasant sounds is continuous honking of vehicle. Sound that is loud and unpleasant is called noise. So students, too much noise is bad for our health. So we should learn to speak softly. So students, do you know sounds travels through air? If you shout on the moon, nobody can hear you. This happens because there is no air on the moon. So students, for listening any sound, we need air. Without air, we can't be able to listen any sound. Now, let's move on to our next topic, that is understanding force. So, students, in everyday life, we push or pull things to move them. A push or a pull is called force. So, the definition for force is a push or a pull is called force. Or we can also say that a pull or a push acting on an object is called force. Force helps us to do many things. Like, look at the first image or first picture. Force can move an object. In first picture, look at this girl. She is pushing a trolley. Now look at the next picture. A boy is playing with ball. He want to stop the ball by using his hand. So force can stop a moving object also. Now look at the next picture. A girl is making different kinds of shape with the help of clay. Force can change the shape of objects. Now students, let's come to the next topic, that is friction. So students, friction is a type of force. Friction is a special force that slows down movement. So students, first of all, I would like to tell you that early man accidentally discovered a fire by rubbing two stones together. While doing so, sparks were ignited. So, the sparks were ignited due to the friction between the stones that created the sparks. So students, the friction comes from a Latin word which means to rub. The force that is present when two objects are in contact with each other and opposes the motion of one object across one other is called friction. So students, in simple language you can say that friction is a special force that slows down movements. So when you push or pull an object to move it, the force of the pull or push should be greater than the force of friction. So students, when the friction is less, things slide. When the base of the things which is moved and the surface on which it is moving are smooth, then there is less friction. But if either one is rough or in some cases both are rough, then the friction is greater. So thus students, thus in our everyday life we can see many examples of force and friction. When if there is no friction, we would not be able to walk, we would keep slipping off. Students, suppose or think if there is no friction, we would not be able to walk, we would keep slipping off. Now look at the fact file that is given here. A wet floor is slippery because there is very little friction. Now let's look at the short activity that is given here. Aim. So students, the aim of this activity is to understand friction. Materials needed. The materials which is needed to do this activity are matchbox, talcum powder and a table method. So students, first of all, you have to keep the matchbox on the table, strike it with your fingers as shown in the figure or image. Then you have to mark the point on the table to which it slides. Now add a bit of talcum powder on the table. Try striking the matchbox again. Does it go further than before? Then your observation is like this. The matchbox goes further than before. Conclusion of this activity is friction becomes less because of the talcum powder, and so the matchbox slides or move further. It means in general materials with a smooth surface cause less friction than materials with a rough surface. So I hope you understood about friction very well by the help of this video. Now you have to read this chapter carefully. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at your home. Thank you, students. Bye and take care.